I'm buying my next project car and I got $7,000 to spend. Problem is, there's not a lot of great options at that price point. I'm talking salvage titles, blown engines, body damage, and cars with just horrible reputations. But I'm not gonna let that stop me. Just because a car is clapped out does not mean it's not worth saving. Today we're gonna be scouring the internet in search of the perfect project car to dump my blood, sweat, and tears into. We're gonna meet with the owners, test drive a couple cars, and at the end of the day, I'm bringing one of them home. My name is Tristan, and this is UNCLAPPED. If you haven't noticed, the car market these days is a bit weird. The beginner enthusiast cars, the fun cars that we had on Donut in the past, they're not too affordable anymore. Not to mention, they're 30 years old. I'm thinking in terms of a young car enthusiast getting their first car, or somebody that wants something a bit newer that they can have AC and airbags and all that stuff. Really, what we're trying to do is have a project that we can go to and from work and use as an everyday vehicle, but still have a lot of fun with. So let's hop on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and Craigslist and see what our options are.
All right, so here's what we got here. We have a 2007 BMW 335i. Got a twin turbo inline six, fast, and it can be tuned to make over 500 horsepower. But let's talk about the cons about this guy. First things first, it's got 158,000 miles on it. I don't think I want to be tuning it whatsoever to make 500. It's gonna blow the hell up. The front bumper is a different color, so I just assume something happened there. Got a new water pump, thermostat, coil, spark plugs, all that. Cons, the roof is falling off a bit. Next up, we have an Infiniti G37 2003 manual. It should come as no surprise that Infinitis, especially the G35 sedan, carry a pretty serious negative reputation. You always see them in the takeover videos just bodying people. A lot of work would have to go into this to sort of differentiate myself from that crowd. The front fender is creased, the rear quarter and the rear door is creased, the rear bumper is smashed. Here's another thing. If you have more than 3 Little Tree air fresheners hanging in your car, you're hiding something. Your ass stinks, and I'm gonna sniff it out. Up next, we have a 2010 Hyundai Genesis Coupe. First things first, it's purple. Assume it's a wrap. The rear quarter is creased to hell. I can guarantee you some poor 19-year-old's body is what made that crease in the rear quarter at a takeover. That kid probably went flying. Price is OBO, car runs and drives, just needs to be registered and smogged. The smog won't pass currently because it has a pending code. Was told to keep driving to get the readiness code to switch, just don't have the time. You don't have the time. I haven't been able to get it transferred over to my name. This is the biggest red flag of a car. All right, so this one is a bit older, but it's still in the new millennia. This is a Honda S2000 and it's only $8,000, but as you can see, it does not look like it's in the best shape. Runs good, shifts good, motor sounds healthy. It does have a check engine light on. He says, I have a clean title from the previous owner, but it will probably become a salvage title once it's registered. Probably? What are you talking about, probably? I mean, it just goes to show, guys, like the era of the $5,000 cool car
is probably over.
Okay, so I spent a bit more time looking on the internet and I found 4 really good options. I invited the owners over to the Donut office and they're showing up at the same time. I'm gonna be test driving all the cars and we're gonna be picking which one is gonna be my next project.
In an age of dull f***ing wheels, some geniuses in a tire shop decided enough was enough. And so, Mother's Polish emerged, born from a single can of mag and aluminum polish. Designed to make dull aluminum shinier than a disco ball, it quickly dominated car shows and swap meets. By the 80s, Mothers were rock stars, pushing product up and down the SoCal coast out of the back of a van. Guys, we need a bigger van. Soon, they expanded their products, becoming the one-stop shop for every car need under the sun. By the 90s, Mothers was a household name, but they wanted more. By the 2000s, Mothers had expanded to over 100 different products. Mothers wanted the whole vehicle to look like $1 million. Hey, your car, that's clean. Hey, that's a pretty clean car you got. Those are some clean cars. Today, Mothers is a leading name in the automotive care world. From humble beginnings in the back of a van to a showstopper at SEMA, Mothers is synonymous with excellence and innovation.
If you want your car to shine like new, use something with a trusted history. Use Mothers. To learn more, click the link below.
Seeing all the cars here makes me feel ready. Like, I've been waiting for this moment for so long. All the cars right now are catching my eye. It just, you know, I gotta get to know everybody and just see what they're bringing to the table.
Mi nombre es Byron. Vengo de Guatemala y tuve que viajar desde Guatemala para cumplir mis sueños. El Nissan 350Z.
My first thought seeing Puerco's 350Z, literally everything that could have been done to this car, he's done it, and not exactly in the way that I would have done it. I'm here with my very mechanically inclined co-host, Stephanie.
I am the very mechanically inclined co-host.
He went all out, dude. Honestly, Puerco is like so sick. His life story is nuts. He's modified his car his way, and I really, really respect that. It's just that it's a lot. I feel like everything that could possibly be in a car catalog has been put on this car. Similar to like how like Jeep Wrangler people will just throw everything at it. But like, this is what I see. You can't put this much time, effort, and thought into something without truly loving it.
Este es el carro que cualquier chavo quisiera. Cada vez que paso en las escuelas, los niños, bonito carro, bonito carro.
This is not everybody's cup of tea. Like, I'm not delusional. I'm a self-aware individual, but there's potential. The bones are there.
The bones are what matter.
The bones. Big thing though, whenever people do wide body kits, you might see them and be like, oh, that's sick. I see this wide body car on Facebook or offer up. You could be walking into an absolute nightmare. If you do not do your over fender cut correctly, your car will literally rot. It's like necrosis. The rust and the debris and everything. If you do it wrong, you're totaling your car. And you gotta make sure that if you're buying a wide body car, they did it right. So,
Sure.
First things first, we're gonna go under here.
Oh my gosh.
It looks like it has been cut. It was hammered up. It wasn't welded, and there's like a piece of like adhesive, like rubber trim hiding the over fender cut. But here's the deal. This is not the worst case scenario. The metal is still there, which is good. So that means I can do it myself and make sure it's done right.
All right, here we go.
We see a lot of lights illuminated. Slip, ABS, brake, tire monitoring system.
Out of all the lights on the dash, how many are on?
The only one that's not on is the check engine, so I guess that's good.
It'd be scraping. Oh. I think that maybe we should have tested the brakes before we did a pull.
We did both in one shot. He was transparent and said that this car does have issues that he has not gone around to.
Me falta suspensión, la suspensión y pues ensanchar más acá el cuerpo ancho. Sí, me falta bastante y modificar lo interior que no he empezado.
But that it drives.
I mean, he's not lying, it's driving.
I'm gonna bust the UE right here.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I'm like sweating, I'm like so anxious about it. Did we just mess up something?
I don't know.
If there was a piece of coal between my butt cheeks, it'd be a diamond right now. Puerco has put his heart and soul into this car, and I literally have to undo all that work to make it mine. So that is something I have to take into consideration. But there's still 3 others to check out.
How you doing? My name's Luis. I'm coming out of El Monte, California. Right behind me is the 2013 FRS. The 86, bro. I love that thing. Initial D put me on that.
When that FRS, with its wide body kit decaying off the car and no front bumper, pulled up and Luis stepped out, the juxtaposition was insane. He's like this shy, delicate, really friendly dude, and the car just screams like, not the same, dude. Off the rip, I'm a bit concerned about this one, if I'm being honest with you.
Why?
It's like crimped together, it's not even like taped over.
Yeah.
When I see this here, I think that this also exists elsewhere. The doors have a lot of wave. I mean, they've been like dinged a million times. The body kit is cracked, it's not usable. Oftentimes people over tighten their hardware or they use rivets. And the minute that sets, it just, you can see it right there, it just pops and
Cracks.
breaks right through it.
Dang. I'm learning so much about body stuff thanks to you.
It's like boom, 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 boom. Every single mounting point is broken.
I've had no problem with this FRS since I've had it. All the modifications were already done on it. I mean, I kept it with the oil change, air filters. I mean, it's basic maintenance, man. I've never had a problem taking to San Diego. I don't know how much further, I've still come back to LA in one piece, I'm good.
I think honestly, just looking at the FRS, it might be the most clapped car here. It's been rotting in the LA sun for years, the tires are dry rotted, the body kit is like literally cracking off. Wide body cars, they look cool, right? But looks can be really deceiving. So I looked over the over fenders, we got the wheels off. The way it was cut up, it just looks like they cut the tabs, hammered it up, and just kind of glued it as opposed to welding it, it doesn't look great. But it's not the end of the world. It's at least sealed. Like I've seen at times where people just leave it open and just mud starts stacking in the quarter panel. It could be worse.
A little spider came out of the inside.
Ooh.
I saw a spider. Ah!
I don't see any impact, do you?
No.
Ah,
What?
there is one.
What?
Core support, radiator, see it?
Oh, whoa, yeah, what the f? Whoa.
He hit something hard.
Every car I've seen, the radiator is supposed to be straight.
I kind of think it is supposed to be tilted this way.
Oh, wait. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Look.
Okay, so we're good.
Wow.
So the core,
thought?
the core support is smashed the in, but it doesn't seem to be, that's just a drill out the spot welds and put a new core support in. That's not a small issue. This is the point of this video. I want you guys to be able to be smarter, faster, kinder, horn. I want you guys to be well equipped when you're buying a car. Let's take it for a test drive.
That's buggy.
I feel like a lot of stuff is missing. These cars that we once thought were so cool and new when we were kids are just kind of the new S14s and Mustangs and the clapped out shit. Okay, let's do it. Give her the beans, give her the beans, give her the beans. It wasn't fast.
Not at all.
Come on, Steph.
I'm putting it to the ground.
Maybe the only thing I dislike about it is just the power. I wish it just came with a natural like turbo or something in it, but the suspension, just how it drives, that car is just good to go right out the freaking dealership, dude. Just take it to the track.
Oh, whoa.
This car is probably the slowest one here, but I'm having the most fun. There's like this common saying, it's a lot more fun to drive a slow car fast than a fast car slow, and this is a perfect example. It's just enough power for a young man with no skill.
My name's Brighton. My car is a 2012 Dodge Charger. It's a RT, 5.7 Hemi.
Brighton really brought the masculine energy with that Hemi V8. I'm nervous, but excited. So have you done any modification at all?
No, modifications, nothing. You know, I just, I don't really have the money to put into it like that.
In terms of having like a base level to start modifying, this car is great. It doesn't look like it's been touched that much. Paint could be in better shape. It looks like it's been detailed with a Brillo pad, but that red interior hits. First things first, it looks like it hasn't been messed with, which is awesome. The minute I see a valve cover painted any color, I know I'm in for a world of pain. That right there, you see that?
Oil. Ooh.
Okay, so that's fresh oil, so he did just top it
Yeah,
off.
okay, so he for sure just topped it off.
There's oil in places that oil never really should ever touch. There's oil in there as well.
The only thing that I can think of right now, oil could have.
Dodge Chargers carry a pretty big stigma. I want to make sure he hasn't thrashed this car too much.
I don't really drive it too reckless, you know, because I don't want to like beat up the car. Yeah, but I mean, honestly, I've done a burnout in it before, yeah.
Body-wise, it looks pretty straight. Let's actually get underneath it. That was on the ground.
What do you find, Tristan?
Nothing. Let's go take it for a test drive. Oh my God. It was like a quart an hour. It was like pouring out the bottom of the car. So he's got to be topping this thing off constantly. There's no way Brighton doesn't know about this, and I really want an honest man.
That's what I was hyper focusing on what that noise is.
It's running, it's driving. He had to drive like, I think an hour to get here, so it's gotta be kinda okay, right? You just wanna be up to no good in this thing. Don't you feel like a little demon in this?
You're on demon time? Please do not be on demon time. He said, I don't wanna step on it.
No, I mean, you got to. Okay, this car sounds like it is 1 foot away from dying.
It sounds like a wild boar or something.
Dude, the power steering is barely working.
That just means your arms gotta get bigger.
It felt like it was about to blow up, so we just parked it down the block.
What was that clunking noise?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, well, I guess it does not
Just
matter.
turn the music up.
That's what homie's been doing this whole time.
This Charger's got a lot going for it. It's just that, like, I can't ignore these red flags.
My name is Phillip, and this is my G37 Sport Coupe. It's all external modifications.
Phillip, my boy. I'm gonna be real with you. The G has just as bad as a reputation as the Charger, but I still think it's pretty sick.
We have this G37 Coupe, manual, but it has its problems. Steph, can we identify the largest problem here?
Would it be in this area right here, so?
Possibly. That's a boo-boo.
I'm trying to get rid of the car. It really pains me to say get rid of the car, but somebody had recently hit me. I was in a very minor accident. The insurance company, they said that it was unfixable. If I had all my tools out here with me, I would fix the car by just heating up the panel, and then I would just get suction cups, pull it out, and then cut into it and start on the wide body kit.
His expectations of this repair are totally different than mine.
I'm gonna give you guys a little buyer's guide on quarter panel damage. Whenever you see very sharp pinches, that usually means bad news bears. If it's a larger sort of like bowl-shaped dent like this, it's easier to pull out. Obviously, something like this, to this amount of damage, this is a full quarter panel replacement.
100%.
Specifically with its proximity to the door jamb, bringing that back is gonna be brutal. Here's the big dealio. You see the damage here, but it's hiding somewhere else too.
I don't think that this is as simple as pulling it out. Really, it could end up on the frame machine with how I see it tweaked.
That lines up. Why doesn't that line up? Why don't we go to this side of the car? That doesn't line up.
Insane.
Come
line
right
up
here. This little apex goes to show that this car has been tweaked. It's not just localized, it's systemic. I am gonna say I do like the carbon fiber hood.
I do too.
Typically, where do these engines like to start leaking out of?
They will leak from the valve covers. If this car has been ran for a very long time and they've never done the rear main seal service, rear main seal. Besides just that, everything else looks very normal. It looks like he hasn't really touched it, which is a good thing.
I like how working on cars is good, like as long as it's just you doing it. Otherwise, you just don't want it. OG wants to ride in the passenger seat, which is totally cool. Listen, if I'm selling you my car and you're taking it for a test drive, I'm also gonna be in the passenger seat. But I'm gonna be in the back seat. Please let me in, please let me in. I'm gonna be late for soccer practice, dude.
You don't be whooping on this, huh?
No.
Yeah, your clutch feels very pristine.
Like I really baby the out of this car.
You love this car, dude.
Oil change every 2,000 miles. I'm big on maintenance.
Shall we give it the beans?
Yeah.
Okay, it's got some beans to it.
Phillip is a nice guy. He brings a lot to the table. The G is sick. It's got a 6-speed. It's definitely the fastest car out of all the ones here today. Okay. It's just that quarter panel, man. I don't think he realizes the amount of work that goes into fixing that kind of damage. It's fixable, but is it worth it? Now that I've taken all these cars for a ride, I need to figure out which one I'm taking home tonight.
Everyone's brought the competition. The Nissan's pretty nice.
That 350 looks pretty good, dude. I don't know what you're really trying to do with it, though. It already seems done, dude. I'm gonna be honest, man.
Póngame lo que sea, este va a ser el mejor. Y los demás dueños ya les robó la mirada.
You know, I think everybody brought the car that means something to them. And as much as I want them to get their car chosen, I really want them to choose mine.
You all came today, showed me your marvelous whips. And honestly, I wish I could buy them all. The fact of the matter is, only one of you guys is gonna go home tonight without a car.
I'm actually really nervous because I'm about to enter a long-term relationship with whichever car I end up choosing. We're gonna be putting so much time and money into this build. I have to make the right choice. I cannot mess up. These guys are great, but I'm gonna have to end up breaking 3 hearts today.
Luis, your FRS had me on my knees. The power wasn't there, but still, it's a very fun car to drive. Your front core support is smushed in quite a bit. It looks like you might have hit something, but overall, the car seems to be in good shape. Phillip, my dog.
As soon as Phillip looked at me, I knew he was trying to hypnotize me to make him buy his car, so I had to look away.
Obviously, the quarter panel damage is pretty gnarly, but it has potential. Brighton, my dog. That throttle response, that interior, and that big boat, you can get up to some shenanigans with that whip.
Brighton, I'm gonna be so real with you. The fact that he hasn't taken his sunglasses off at all yet makes me a bit nervous.
However, my friends, you are leaking a lot of oil. Good. My dog, your whip is crazy. You customized it to the moon. You put your heart and soul into it. I think it's absolutely sick. but the automatic is the main drawback. Got the step. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I can do this.
Do what your heart tells you.
I have here on this piece of paper the winning car. I will take this piece of paper, put it in the jar, and Steph will shake it up. All right, now everyone's got a fair shot. And the winner is the FRS.
Yeah, there we go.
I really appreciate you all for coming out. I hope you guys all sell your cars within the next 2 days. Ready to start doing some paperwork?
Wow.
I am so confident I made the right decision with this FRS. It is clapped, it is beat up, but it's got the bones. The FRS has a ton of aftermarket support, and we're gonna be building this thing right with passion. Oh my Lord. So make sure to like and subscribe because, oh my God, we're gonna be going nuts. You can follow me on the socials right here. A sign off. What should be my sign off? All right, bye.